Today, I'll be reacting to what happened to the 5 players drafted before Larry Bird. So let's go right into the video.
Larry Bird.
Fake in the middle, Bird a runner. Yes, double fake, jumper, it's good! Bird bumps O'Corin, turns, and hits. The game, Bird. Yeah! Bird along the baseline, underneath to Maxwell. Tiny to Bird, behind the back to Parrott. Does to Lambier, stolen by Bird on the cut to DJ, yeah!
One of the greatest NBA players ever, frequently ranked by ESPN as a top 5 small forward of all time, wasn't even in the top 5 of his own draft class. That's a lower draft number than guys like Greg Oden, Anthony Bennett, and this dude. No, obviously none of the players in Larry.
Why he do Darko like that? Why he do Darko like that? Oh, come on, man. He didn't have to do Darko like that. Come on, man. You didn't have to do Darko. Oh, man. That's tough. Oh, man.
Guys like Greg Oden, Anthony Bennett, and this dude. No, obviously none of the players in Larry's draft had a Hall of Fame career like him, but they had remarkable careers in their own right. One was the first player ever banned by the NBA, and another turned out to be the father of one of the greatest NBA shooters ever. Here's their crazy story. The number 1 pick in the 1978 draft was Michael Sweetbells Thompson, the first ever international number 1 pick. At 6'10", Michael was a solid power forward who played 7 seasons in Portland. His best season came in 1981 when he averaged 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. Michael played half a season with the Spurs before being traded to the Lakers in February of 1987. Michael was an important addition to the Showtime Lakers. He played as Kareem's backup and provided valuable minutes as the Lakers core rested. Michael won 2 championships with the Lakers. The first one was in 1987 against Larry Bird and the Celtics. In Game 6 of that series, Michael had 15 points and 9 rebounds. The Lakers won again in 1988, beating the Detroit Pistons in 7 games. Michael continued to play the backup center role until 1991. When he retired, Michael took a job in sports entertainment and has been working as a Lakers radio host since 2001.
Yeah, Michael Thompson, he was nice. Michael Thompson was nice.
Michael continued to play the backup center role until 1991. When he retired, Michael took a job in sports entertainment and has been working as a Lakers radio host since 2001. Incredibly, the Thompson name continues to grow in the NBA. Klay, his second son, is the 4-time NBA champ on the Warriors.
Thompson for 3. Got it. His 3. Thompson, yes. Struck by Thompson. Ahead. Thompson goes inside.
Oh my goodness. I already know Klay Thompson is nice. I think Klay Thompson is the second greatest shooter in NBA history after Stephen Curry. Klay Thompson, he a first ballot Hall of Famer. Shout out to Klay Thompson. He a dog. But that dunk was filthy though. Hold up.
The 4-time NBA champ on the Warriors.
Thompson for 3. Got it. His 3. Thompson, yes. Struck by Thompson. Ahead. Thompson goes inside and dunks.
Michael was most recently in Maui for the Lakers Showtime reunion, where the team probably celebrated beating Larry in 1987. But credit to Larry, he made sure to get 3 rings of his own. The number 2 pick in the NBA draft was NCAA legend Phil Ford. To this day, Phil is still considered one of the best ACC point guards ever. Phil was key to the UNC Four Corners offense. With no shot clock in the NCAA, UNC would space the floor and let Phil play one-on-one until the defense overcommitted.
Starting to the right, comes back to the left, now drives into the middle, puts up a little running scoop shot that's good. Phil Ford taking it all the way in.
It was genius and terribly frustrating for any college opponent he faced. Phil led UNC past rival NC State for the ACC title his freshman year. Then Ford won the ACC Athlete of the Year award in both his junior and senior years.
Winning the MVP is a great honor, but it doesn't come close to the honor that the team won the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship.
Over his career at UNC, he averaged 18 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Plus, he won a gold as a starting point guard for the Team USA at the '76 Olympics.
Back in the United States for 4 years.
Phil continued building his legacy in the NBA with the Kansas City Kings. In his rookie season, he once dropped 26 points and 21 assists against the Bucks. He won Rookie of the Year, averaging 15 points, 8 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals.
Set up Mather. Ford with a spin
Oh my goodness. Now, I never heard of him, but oh my goodness. Yeah, he was nice. Phil Ford was nice. I never heard of him. This is my first time hearing him, so that's very interesting. That layup was crazy, that 360 layup.
Kansas City Kings. In his rookie season, he once dropped 26 points and 21 assists against the Bucks. He won Rookie of the Year, averaging 15 points, 8 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals.
Set up. Ford with a spin to the ball.
Phil steadily improved his scoring until 1981 when he had a career-high 38 points against the Houston Rockets.
Good play. Phil Ford, what a play! 360.
That must be his signature move or something, that 360 layup. That gotta be his signature. He make that look too easy.
81 when he had a career-high 38 points against the Houston Rockets.
Good play. Phil Ford, what a play! 360. That's the old 360 special.
But just weeks later, Phil was forced to undergo surgery due to a season-ending eye injury. Phil returned in 1982, but was never the same player. He was traded to the Nets and then to the Bucks in the same season, and finished out his career with the Houston Rockets from 83 to 85. In 482 games, Phil averaged 11 points, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. Meanwhile, Larry Bird was busy winning back-to-back league MVPs and NBA championships. Phil retired and returned to UNC as an assistant coach in 1998, and helped the team win the NCAA tournament in 93. Phil remained on the UNC coaching staff until 99. Then, from 2004 to 2010, Phil briefly coached in the NBA with the Pistons, Knicks, and Charlotte Bobcats. Although Phil and Larry both had legendary college careers, Phil Ford's NBA career pales in comparison to the guy drafted 4 picks after him.
Clear side for Larry, working on Wilkins. Fakes him. Got him.
Rick Roby was a 6'11 bruising center from Florida. He could move well, rebound, score, and added toughness to every team he played on. Rick won an NCAA championship his senior year at UK. In the championship game, he dropped 20 points and 11 rebounds.
He made a good pump fake and went all the way across the shot there. Oh, what a follow by Rick!
So Indiana was ecstatic to get him at the 3rd pick. But Rick played just 43 games in Indiana before being traded to the Celtics for small forward and all-star Billy Knight. What a blessing for Rick. Rick played the backup center position for 5 seasons with the Celtics. He was a part of the team that won the 1981 championship against Moses Malone and the Houston Rockets.
It's amazing, and I'm just very happy that I was a part of it.
Rick and Larry were good friends.
They were able to get Bird signed, which Bird was in my draft. The first year we were roommates, and then we decided after the first year we'd get our own separate rooms. Larry and I became very close. He, without a doubt, the greatest player I ever played with.
But Rick was traded to Phoenix in 1983 and missed the prime of Larry's NBA dominance.
It's just crazy how the NBA is, because like with Phil Ford, he just had an eye surgery, then he never was the same person. Then Rick Roby, he just came to the league, then he just started getting traded everywhere. In the NBA, whoever you get drafted to, in my opinion, is very important, and a lot of things have to go your way for your career to go in a good and steady direction. Especially the NBA too, that's like the top 1% of hoopers in the NBA. Then to be a superstar in the NBA, you need to be 1% of the 1%. Like, that's insane if you think about that. Like, the NBA hard. Think about it. 12, 15-man roster. Everybody on your team has been the best player on their high school team. Everybody on your squad has been the best player on their college team. If they wasn't the best, they was one of the best players on their college teams for sure. So all of them competing for a spot on an NBA team, that's nuts. Like, the NBA is real hard. It's real hard. Like, I know sometimes people, they talk about guys at the end of the bench. I'm like, y'all, the 12-man on an NBA team will go to any park, recreation center, and drop 50. Anywhere they go. They're in the NBA for a reason. They might not get a lot of playing time, but they're still NBA player. They hoop all day, every day. Like, come on. They are going to be better than most people in the gyms, the parks, everywhere. And today in the NBA, what's the minimum? $1 million? Like, come on. Like, I know when people talk about they want to go to the NBA, they want to be a star. There's nothing wrong with that, especially stars today. They making 50, 60 million a year. But my thing is, if I go to the NBA, even though I wasn't trying to go, if I even had a chance, and they just said, we're going to give you the minimum, we're just going to give you the minimum, and we just went to the cheerlead at the end of the bench. I said, wait, how much you getting me? $1 million. Oh, what? You giving me $1 million just to practice and just cheer on my teammates during the game? Who wouldn't want to do that? I'll be having 15 one-year contracts. What? Now just thinking about it, I might need more than $1 million. It depends on what city you play in. Cause what, if I played for the Lakers and I got $1 million with California taxes? Oh no. What? Oh no. Oh yeah, I need more than $1 million. I need more than that.
But Rick was traded to Phoenix in 1983 and missed the prime of Larry's NBA dominance. His role diminished and Rick retired in 1986. He played 493 games and averaged 7 points and 4 rebounds. In the 90s, he became a successful real estate agent in Kentucky and still works in the industry to this day.
This summer when I'm in Kentucky, I'm going to go by the governor's house and show him this world championship ring. And
the fourth pick, Michael Ray Richardson, was supposed to be New York's next.
Hey, shout out to Rick Roby. He became a real estate agent. Well, a successful real estate agent. Yeah, shout out to Rick Roby. That's nice. Oh yeah, he was blessed either way. He went to the NBA, played almost 500 games, made some nice money, then became a successful real estate agent. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's blessed. Great life.
This summer when I'm in Kentucky, I'm going to go by the governor's house and show him this world championship ring. And
the fourth pick, Michael Ray Richardson, was supposed to be New York's next Walt Frazier, who, if you're unaware, is one of the 50 greatest players of all time. Like Walt, Michael could create his own shot, pass, rebound, and play lockdown perimeter defense. For a brief period of his career, Michael was in a tier just below Hall of Famer point guards like Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson.
Michael Ray was a guy who played just like I played. Every time I saw him, he went right at me.
In his second season with the Knicks, Michael averaged 15 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals.
3 seconds to go right now.
That's a nice stat. Let me hear that again. Was it 15 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals? And that's his second year? Yeah, he was nice his second year.
Time I saw him, he went right at me.
In his second season with the Knicks, Michael averaged 15 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals.
3 seconds to go right now. Richardson, let's fly. Hits!
He became the third player in NBA history to lead the league in both assists and steals. He made the All-Star team every year after his rookie season with the Knicks, too. In 1982, he was traded to the Warriors in exchange for Bernard King, but played just 33 games before being traded to the New Jersey Nets. During this time, Michael was dealing with substance abuse and his career started to take a downward turn. In 1984, Michael submitted himself to rehab and played only 48 games with his new team. But then, in 1985, Michael bounced back. That season, he averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. He was once again the NBA Steals champ and earned his 4th All-Star team selection. Michael even won the NBA Comeback Player of the Year award. However, his career came to an abrupt end. On February 25th, 1986, Richardson was banned by the NBA.
Today is a sad one. Michael Ray Richardson of the New Jersey Nets has been dismissed from the NBA under terms of the anti-drug agreement between the league and its player association.
The moment crushed him. Yet, Michael didn't give up. He played 14 seasons in the EuroLeague where he continued to get buckets and earn a living.
Okay, that's good. Man, like I was saying earlier in the video, to have a successful NBA career, so many things have to go your way. He was with the Knicks. After his rookie year, he made the All-Star team every year. Then he got traded. Then the substance abuse. Then he got banned. But that's good to see, like, he had a good career overseas and he still, like, made a living for himself so he could support himself and his family. That's nice to know that. That's nice. But by the looks of it, he was hooping still overseas. So yeah, that's good. He still made a living for himself and to help support himself and his family.
L'arresto e tiro, buona mira anche per il gol de Bella che è stato dinamico. Richardson.
In 2002, he finally retired from playing and turned to coaching. From 2004 to 2014, he coached 2 minor league basketball teams in the CBA and 1 NBL team in Canada. He led the team to multiple championships within the respective leagues. Although Michael was the first player banned by the NBA, he didn't let that define him.
I was the first player that was banned from the NBA for doing drugs. But I was also the first player that was reinstated. I am now 59 years old. I've been drug-free for 35 years.
Today, Michael lives in Oklahoma and puts on youth clinics with his longtime friend and teammate Otis Birdsong.
Respect to Michael Ray Richardson. That respect to him. Like for him, like changing his life. Respect to that. Because he said he'd been drug-free for 35 years. I have a lot of respect for Michael Ray Richardson. Especially because, like, he had a downfall in his NBA career that he bounced back, went overseas, became drug-free, became a coach. Like, his comeback story, that's nice to see.
Drug-free for 35 years.
Today, Michael lives in Oklahoma and puts on youth clinics with his longtime friend and teammate Otis Birdsong. Purvis Short was the last guy drafted before Larry Bird. Ouch, Golden State, you missed on this one. You'll have to wait another 35 years until you draft an NBA champion. But credit to Purvis, he was still a very solid player in his day.
Play just over a minute here in the fourth quarter.
On the wing, he lets it fly, and you can't stop it.
Might as well trying to play defense all over. Short does it.
Court come the Warriors, leading by 1. Now leading by 3.
Purvis was 6'7" and possessed an unblockable rainbow jump shot, and he put up some ridiculous numbers with this skill. In 1984 and 85, he scored a career-high 59 points in one game, which at the time was a top 10 scoring performance in NBA history. He also had a 57-point game and a 46-point game. That season, he finished his year averaging 28.0 points per game. Purvis Short had just one season, his second to last, in which he didn't average double digits in points, even when he took on lesser roles and fewer minutes. However, Purvis was never named an All-Star. The truth is, it was difficult to compete with players like Larry Bird, who at the same position scored 60 points against the Hawks just a few months after Purvis.
So you telling me that man had a season and he averaged 28 and didn't make the All-Star team? Now that's insane. Now that's actually insane. And this man pretty much every season he was in the NBA, he averaged over double figures too? Man, that's shocking.
Named an All-Star. The truth is, it was difficult to compete with players like Larry Bird, who at the same position scored 60 points against the Hawks just a few months after Purvis.
It's good. Backs in. Posted up Bird. Takes the jumper and hits it. 14 seconds, he got fouled. He hit the shot. They're not going to count it. And Bird falls into Joe O'Toole.
Then in the same season, Larry averaged 28.7 points per game, along with 10 rebounds and 6 assists. Purvis Short wound down his career with the Rockets, then the Nets. While Purvis was an underrated player over his 12 seasons in the NBA, he was still a model pro and highly respected by his coaches and peers. When he retired, Purvis became the vice president of an NBA program which helps players deal with some of the inherent problems of the NBA lifestyle. Today, Purvis is the director at the NBA Players Association, and he continues his work in supporting NBA players on and off the court. Purvis Short deserves his flowers. It's just tough to shine when you were the last guy drafted before Larry Bird.
Before, you fell in love with Klay Thompson's shot, the Steph Curry shot, Chris Mullin's shot. The shot that was known in the Bay Area was Purvis Short.
The crazy thing is that everyone agreed that Larry Bird should have been the number one pick in 1978. Bird had dominated college basketball, averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists.
But looking at maybe it's just me, but looking at the players drafted before him, none of them really had a bad career. It's just like, for example, you play good for a team, do you randomly get traded? Do you get traded again? It's not like they have bad careers wherever they go. Like, for example, imagine being on a team for like 4 or 5 years, you hoop and average over 20, then randomly you get traded. Then the team that traded you don't want you there, so you get traded again, so your role kind of changed again. Like, that's tough to adjust to. Like Michael Ray Richardson, like him, like the substance abuse. Like, he wasn't a bad player, but the substance abuse held his NBA career like in hold, and he ended up getting banned. That's good to see him bounce back. But what I like about all these players, though, like all of them still like do something with the NBA. Well, except for that one guy, he in real estate, but pretty much all of them still do something with the NBA or do something with basketball. It's nice to see because it really shows them guys really do love the game. So it's nice to see that.
Bird had dominated college basketball, averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists.
There you go, Larry Bird coming in. You're talking about Allie pushing him back in with a good ball fake. Staley is just staying in place. Set play coming off the low double post.
But drafting him was a huge risk. Bird was just a junior at the time, and he made it clear to the NBA teams in '78 that he would not skip his senior season. Plus, signing him would require a massive contract. Knowing this, the Indiana Pacers traded their number 1 pick to the Portland Trailblazers and selected a cheaper option in Rick Roby. The Celtics took a chance and picked Bird 6th. Larry was obviously uninterested in the beginning, but coach Red Auerbach used the year to negotiate with him. Finally, just a few weeks prior to Larry's draft rights expiring, the Celtics pulled off a deal, $3.25 million over 5 years, the largest rookie contract in all of sports. Larry accepted, and for an entire decade, he dominated the league.
It is so crazy how money and contracts players get now compared to back in the day. 5 years, $3.25 million. That's great money. But compared to NBA players now, there's rookies now making 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's some rookies now making 10 to 15 million if I'm right. There's some rookies making 10 million now, and that's their rookie contract. It's just crazy how times change. It's just crazy. Oh, don't get me wrong. $3.25 million over 5 years. That's probably a good few $100,000 a year. Oh, that's still good money. Don't get me wrong. That's still good money. I'm just saying compared to NBA players today, though, like it's just insane how the contracts have been.
Deal. $3.25 million over 5 years, the largest rookie contract in all of sports. Larry accepted, and for an entire decade, he dominated the league.
Moncrief is trying, and Bird's three. I think the frame he wanted. Bird's trying to add it. Looking for three. Downs by Lee. Great play. Stolen back to Nate Archibald. Back to Bird.
He wins championships, MVPs, and more first-team All-NBA awards than you can count. Larry redefined trash talk, like the time he told Xavier McDaniel that he was going to hit the game winner in his face.
He said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out.
And he came out, went right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And, you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. He wanted to shoot it with 0 seconds on the clock.
That story is funny every single time. You pretty much hit the game winner somebody's face and he said, man, I did not mean to leave 2 seconds. Man. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Larry Bird, in my opinion, he's a top 10 player in NBA history. He's definitely one of the greats.
Went right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And, you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. He wanted to shoot it with 0 seconds on the clock.
He's slow, can't jump, and still beats your favorite player.
You know, he got that big smile. My goal was to try to take 3 of them teeth home with me.
He ain't took off his top yet. I didn't see when he took off his top.
Now, you can't really blame these NBA franchises for not drafting Bird. Larry himself didn't believe he would sign with the team that drafted him in 1978. But sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. The Celtics took a chance, and the rest is history.
I forgot to tell Mr. Allback, but I would have played for nothing.
Shout out to Henry Hoops. That was a very good video. Like, knowing about the players before Larry Bird, I'm glad he gave an in-depth description of the NBA career, how they was in college, how the NBA career was, what teams they was on, what they do in their post-NBA career. That was very nice to see because some of the players on here, I didn't know some of them. So it was nice to see new players, seeing them, how their career was, and knowing why they was drafted before Larry Bird. I really did enjoy this video. Shout out to Henry Hoops again. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you would never miss a video from me. And I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.